Hi guys, I'm Alicia Camacho and welcome to this week's episode. Guys, this week I am very, very excited. Like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's like, I'm not going to scream again, but guys, today should I say, is a really, really exciting day because something really, really cool is happening. My book is being released today. Whee! That's right, guys. I know, it's so crazy. Alright, so get yourself together, Alicia, and let's do the episode. So, guys, what book, you may ask, may or may not know. I have written a poetry book, and today, the 29th of November, it gets released. That's freaking cool, right? Never in my life did I ever think that I would be publishing a book. Never in my life did I think that I could call myself a published author, because that title holds weight. Yeah, guys, it's the most surreal thing ever to happen to me. So today I'm just going to talk to you a little about the book, and let you know where you can get it, and what inspired me to write it, and just some good, wholesome information about this wonderful thing that I have done, because it's crazy. I can't believe it, but it's happening. I'm 24 and I'm a published author. That's, at least I've done something, you know. My book is called Spines. It is a collection of thoughts and words and poems about how I am connected to everybody, and just how people have influenced my life, and I'm the backbone, and through that backbone there's been growth and beauty and pain. Through my writing, so I've always been a creative person, a writer, a storyteller, etc. And during my third year of varsity, I began writing this poetry. It was a way for me to just get stuff out and just put things on paper and just, you know, try and organize my thoughts so I wouldn't drive myself crazy, because that's what I do, you know. I spiral. So I decided to start writing, but at that stage I didn't have the intention of publishing it. I did want to keep them in like one particular place, and so I got a particular book, and it had to be this book, and I just started writing in these pages. And it went and it continued on into the year after my third year, so the year that I graduated, 2018. About a year long of writing poetry every day, or, you know, just a couple of poems whenever I felt like I needed to write. And then I started typing it out because I wanted now to be on paper. And when I was reading back some of the poems, I was like, wow, like Alicia, like I knew you were writing pretty good stuff, but like some of the stuff like struck me. I was like, you're gonna make yourself cry, and these are your own words. Imagine that. I was like, okay, like this could be an option, but I'm not sure. I want some time. I mean, like people take forever to like publish a book. Like it's not gonna happen overnight for me. So I just, you know, I kind of put it at the back of my head, but I did have it typed out and everything. And then last year, while I was in Portugal, before I came back to South Africa, I decided to look for some independent book publishers in the UK, you know, see if any of them would be interested in picking up the book. And surprise, surprise, they were. So there weren't a lot, because the industry is tough, okay? I thought the acting industry was tough, but the book industry is just as tough. So I wasn't expecting anything, but I had two publishers come to me. But the first one that came to me was Austin Macaulay Publishers. And I was really happy with, you know, what they were asking of me. I was really happy that they were interested in my book in the first place. So I went with Austin Macaulay because they were really, really awesome and very chilled and, you know, like well known. So I didn't have a problem with that. From then on, it's taken almost a year to get the book published, but it's been incredible. You know, they have great communication. We've spent time editing the book back and forth, and doing the cover design and choosing the font, and, you know, placing my name in a specific place. Like I would like nitpick about everything, because for me everything has an intention, a like symbolism. So I had to like have it certain ways. The spine of the book, the spine of the book, you know, the layout and the logo and everything all had to be in a certain position. And they did all these changes without like complaining or anything like that. The team has been really, really incredible. The editing of the book has also been quite an interesting journey. You know, they've been able to put the work all together in a way that I really like, and it's just been really, really awesome. So now that the book is all ready, it's gone to print. I sent it to print a couple of months, or about a month or so ago. So it's been to print and it's gonna be available. I'm very, very excited. During the process of editing and getting the book together, I wasn't really thinking about, you know, I'm getting published. Like, the thought hasn't hit me yet. But now, close to the time and everything, I was like, oh my word, my words are gonna be out there. And it's crazy because all my thoughts, all my words, all my opinions, things like that, they're all gonna be available for people to read. And a lot of the stuff is personal. But I also did take some creative liberty, you know, as a writer, as a creator, you're always gonna like a lot of the poems and words are inspired by people in my life and around me, and things that I've experienced and things that I've heard or been through or seen other people go through, and I've written them down from my perspective and how I feel about certain situations and things like that. So it's been a really, really awesome creative journey for me to put these words down on paper. But now, like, people are going to be reading this and I'm like, oh my Now, a lot of the time, so it's being published now in 2019, but I began writing this book in 2017. Or I began writing the poetry in 2017. So it's a little, like, it's kind of cathartic to look back and read the words that I wrote back then and how I was feeling back then. But what's really nice about it is that I can still relate to a lot of the words that I've written, you know. I still read it and it's still like, wow, you know, that's so profound. As much as what it's relatable now, it's still sentiments of the past. So it doesn't make them irrelevant, but it's just from a different time and a different place of my life. You know, looking back and seeing like, oh, that's where I was and this is where I am now. It's been a very interesting journey. It's like part of a reflection of who I've become and what I am today. So as I said, many people were and are the inspiration for a lot of these words that I've written. Some good, some bad. You know, you're not always gonna have the greatest people in your life, or you're gonna have people who teach you lessons, and those lessons hurt sometimes. So I've written about that as well, and it's fine. I don't mind that I went through those bad experiences because it's come out as something beautiful, you know. And that for me is really, really special, that I can find a way to, you know, write those pains down and it comes out in a beautiful way. I do have some of my favorite poems. There's one particular poem that I wrote while I was in varsity, and it was inspired by something that happened, and I got the minute it happened, like and I just like started writing, and these words just came out of me, and it was so emotional. And for me, it means a lot to me that I've written those words down. You know, and anybody can relate to them. So I'm really, really excited. But I will most likely do an episode with some of my favorite poems. I will compile a list of some of my favorite poems that I've written, and I'll give you a little bit of like backstory about them and meanings. Because some of them have meaning, some of them don't, some of them just but it's great, you know, everything has been inspired by true events. The book will be available from today, the 29th of November 2019. If you have an Amazon account, UK Amazon account, and you can ship to South Africa, you can ship the book through there. Or if you have a Kindle, you can get the book on Kindle. Elsewise, it will also be available in the bookstores in the UK. So if you're going there, if you know someone who's there, then ask them to ship you a book. I am working on getting the book to South Africa because I know there's a lot of people who really like to purchase the book. So I am working with my publishers to try and get some copies to the stores here. So hopefully, once I have an update on that, I can let you know about it and let you know where you can go and buy. In the meantime though, you can go to the Instagram page, which is @_spines_ on Instagram, where you can check out all the poems that I've written so far, where you can check out all the poems that I've posted about so far. All those poems will be available in the book, but it's always nice to have the actual like book, you know, books are nice. So there are a couple of people who I'd like to thank. purely because they had some sort of influence in making this book happen. The first person would be my dearest friend Daniela, who drew the front cover. You will see it is a beautiful picture of a spine with flowers. I just think my friend is so incredibly talented, and when I asked her about it and gave her ideas of what I was thinking, she did exactly like I said. I was like, this is what I'd like, these are like my ideas, run with it. And she did, and oh my gosh guys, she did exactly what I had in my brain. She's just so incredibly talented, and I really wanted to put her work out there. So thank you so much for doing that. I hope you like the drawing. And I would like to thank God. Yes, I'm thanking God. Guys, without that man, I don't know if I would even have gotten a publisher. When I was sending out my CV and the 51st pages of the poetry book, I didn't think that there would be anybody who would respond, because it's a really tough market to get into. It's really tough to get someone to believe in your work. But yet he sent the right publisher towards me. He sent it at the right moment, and he's been there every step of the way. And so without him and his miraculous work, I don't think I'd be publishing it. I want to thank my parents and my brother, okay? Because again, without them, I wouldn't have been able to even get through the first hurdle of publishing. My parents and my brother have been so supportive. They've been so encouraging with everything, and they like all my poems, and they're really supportive of everything. And so I can't thank them enough for supporting me and for supporting the stream, because it really means a lot to me. So I wanted to thank everybody who inspired these words. It's crazy to think that there are like people who influence your life in such a way, but they are. And you know, when they influence you in the best way, it's amazing. And when they don't influence you in the best way, but you're still able to make beautiful words out of it, then why not? But everybody who supported me, who's been through this journey with me, I want to say thank you, because your support and your love and your interest and your caring about it is so important to me, and I really am so thankful and grateful. I really hope that you guys enjoy it. I really hope that you guys can go out and support me and buy yourself a copy. Give it to someone for Christmas. Beautiful book to read, in my opinion, in my honest opinion. So I'm really like super excited and happy that it's out there. Guys, if you want, you can follow me on my social media, which is Alicia Camacho _official. You can go to the Spines Instagram page as well and check out those poems. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to this episode, because it's amazing. Alright, that's all I have for you this week. I will see you next week. Remember, you are awesome, you are great, and you are loved.